set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, baby. All day for you. Sit up. 180.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Going for the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On first down, Lauletta. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
180.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Diggs with a good footwork.
A Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Watch him now, Barney!
A toss out to Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Escaping the pressure right to Barkley on the check down. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, here's Lauletta. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
We got 3.
On third down, Trubisky. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Detroit. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Over.
Back to throw, Lauletta. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 64 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And he knocks it through. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. After the sack, here's second and 11.
86 to man. Lock in.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Trubisky. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the carry, it's Olawale. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Lucky 56. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Lucky 56.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Lauletta. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He'll rifle this one deep right, and got his man complete. A big play there for the Giants. 62 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Detroit! Over!
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And down he'll go at the 25. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Gone!
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Gun!
Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. He finds Beckham complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Detroit!
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Lauletta on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Hot!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Crunch time, defense.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They're going for it. It's Lauletta. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.